What is happening, Trip? So, got a little bit of bad news in this video. I found out basically that I'm not allowed to fight in this Ultra MMA charity fight that's happening. Went to Glasgow the other night for the first training session. Got up the elevator, came out into the corridor and saw that there was about 150 lads just waiting outside, obviously for the Ultra MMA thing. Which I thought, this is far too many guys. It's too many to like really even do training with. I seen pictures of the room online, and it's not a big room. So I was just thinking, how the fuck are we all gonna get in? We eventually get into the room, got all my gear on. Takes about half an hour for us all to get in. So the training's supposed to start at 9, finish at 10. The room wasn't even full till 9:30, so it took that long for everyone to get in. And then the guy does an announcement who's running the gym and just basically says, just to let you know, if you don't sell 10 tickets, you're not able to fight. Which the tickets only went on sale the other day and they sold out almost immediately. So it was one of those things where a lot of us were in the room just like, this has never been specified. They had an expectation for us to sell about 10 tickets each because that's how they fund it. But they never said anything about the fact that that would impact your eligibility to fight. So we've got there. I'm on my first training session and I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do now? Because the tickets aren't cheap. This is actually one of the reasons why a lot of the lads hadn't bought it yet. Because basically, the cheapest ticket they do is about £27, and that's a standing ticket. The next price up is 250 quid. You can't just buy an individual seat. You have to buy a table, and the tables are 250 for 10 people. Now, I wasn't even sure if I was going to manage to get 10 people all together there. I could get some of my family there. I could get a few of my pals there. But 10 people for anyone at that cost is a lot to ask. So I wasn't sure. So I thought, well, you know what? I've got the whole 8 weeks to build up to it and get people to buy the tickets. But of course, all the tables sold out within the first few minutes of the link going live. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, so that means everyone's going to have to stand, which is a bit shit. But fine, they can do that. And I don't have to have that many people there because there's no tables left. Never during this whole time has that been said that you have to sell 10 tickets in order to be able to fight. So I'm just sat there like, what the fuck? Loads of the other guys felt the same way. And to be honest with you, the entire process has been a fucking nightmare. Like from the minute I signed up and I was very excited. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time. I wanted to fight. I wanted to train in MMA. I wanted to get myself ready to go into that ring. I was ready. I've been fucking on top of my training, on top of my nutrition, all the rest. Been basically battering myself for the last fucking however many weeks. To find out now that I can't even fight in the first training session, surely the tickets shouldn't have been on sale until the first training session had been done, so that people could even see if it was for them or not. You know what I mean? It's like things as well, like the equipment. Like every single time trying to get through to someone in the organization has been impossible. Like I've contacted the guys so many times just to get ignored. I've like stated numerous things where they've like, rather than answering my query, they've like tried to sell me something. Which I don't mind that they're trying to sell me something, but answer my fucking query. You know what I mean? If I'm turning around and saying, how many sessions do we do? How often can we use the gym? How, whatever the query is, answer it and then try and sell me your fucking 6 packs of protein powder. Like almost immediately, like I was having conversations with people where I was telling them I had 2 things of big protein. They're still trying to sell me more protein, saying I'm not getting enough from those 2 barrels. I'm like, what? Then they're turning around to me as well, trying to get the equipment, and I can't order it. Like, you need the equipment for the training out of stock on the website. Basically, you could buy every item individually. They had discounts for bundles. I'm waiting for the bundle, but you can't buy the bundle unless it's all in stock. The shin guards were out of stock for 2 weeks, and then the gloves were out of stock a week after once they were finally in. So I had to go on Amazon, traipse through the fucking website, and just buy a load of stuff. Got my gum shield, gloves, shin guards, groin guard, all the stuff that you need. Spent 80 quid on all that stuff. You know what I mean? I also don't live in Glasgow, so I'd be traveling in, which I do not mind. That is my choice completely. But then to find out I've spent all this fucking money to fight, and I'm not even able to because I didn't sell 10 tickets. It's like all based on money. Money, money, money. It just wasn't what I was expecting it to be. It said 8 weeks of free training for charity, and that's what I was down for. And now I'm finding out that basically because I didn't spend 250 quid, the gym get paid. You know what I mean? The gym do get paid. Basically, the only people who don't get paid are the people fighting, because you have a fundraiser up that you give to charity and people who give to charity, and then you've got the ticket sales which all go to the gym. So basically, you're the only one, even though you're the one who's getting into the ring, you're the only person who doesn't get paid. And then to find out, like, I'm not even eligible to fight now because I didn't spend enough money, only 80 quid rather than 250, then it would have bumped up to, 240. They even said, they went, why don't you just buy a table and then get your pals and family to give you the money? I'm like, why would I do that? Why would anyone do that? Because then it's not about the event being like fun. It's not about getting your friends and family in to watch it. It's all about you just making your money. Basically, as long as you make the money, you don't give a fuck. It's crazy. I just think it's the whole thing's crazy. So there's been a change of plan. I'm not giving up on this. I am giving up on the Ultra MMA, but I'm not giving up on the idea that I'm fighting this year. So what I've decided to do instead, I am going to join a Muay Thai gym in this area or in Glasgow. I'm going to basically join an organization. I'm going to train for the next few months and I'm going to sign up for a proper fight because I'm determined to do it. I've set this up to hold myself accountable and so that you guys can see me on this journey of training, learning a martial art and going in and fighting. And this might have fell through, but that the goal is still the same. So the videos will still be coming. I'm still going to be doing training videos. I'm still going to be doing recovery videos. I'm also going to add some videos as well of just like my personal life, just me having a good time because I'm actually really enjoying this more than I realized I would. So I want to kind of mix it up and do more stuff. You know what I mean? Things that I'm learning, like philosophies as well. Just reading about things like martial art philosophies and all these great warrior mindsets that kind of come up online and things are so fascinating. So I'd love to share a bit of that as well on these videos and just talk it through and maybe build a community of people who are interested in the same stuff. That's the goal now. So I haven't give up on fighting this year. It's just changed. Rather than doing it through Ultra MMA, which has just been a fucking shit show, I'm gonna do it through an actual accredited organization and I'm gonna do it properly. I'm going to go in and do Muay Thai or do MMA and do it properly. But that's kind of where we're sitting at the minute. Otherwise, I'm all good. I'm still out running. I'm still keeping myself fit. I went to the chiropractor this morning, and he cracked me up. My neck. I've got a bit of a headache, which does happen if I ever do go to the chiropractor. I just think it's all the stuff that's releasing, but I'm feeling good. I kind of wish I'd filmed that, but I will. I will start filming those because I do them regularly now. So I'll start filming that, showing you guys what I'm going through, and just keep the channel going. You know what I mean? But that's where I'm sitting at the minute. It's a bit of a shame, but it's not the end of the world. The gear looks good, but I was gonna show some of the footage now, but I kind of begrudge showing any of the footage from the event now that I'm not doing it. I don't really want to promote it in any way because, in honesty, me and my family said the same thing. I just think the way that it's been running stuff has been very like it is not at all what I thought it would be, and it doesn't seem like it really is for charity. It seems more like a way for them to make a profit, which I just think is a real fucking shame. This wasn't what I'd signed up for at all. And I wouldn't mind if they were making a little bit of money if we were being looked after, but it really just doesn't feel like we are. Another thing that happened when we were all walking in the room is there was some of the lads, we could hear them speaking, and they were talking about their last fight. And they were speaking about some guy saying, when I leg kicked this other guy, or when I uppercutted this guy and knocked him out, or when this happened and this guy armbarred me. And they were talking like that, like as if they've got multiple experience in this. Now, I've got a little bit of boxing experience, but like MMA and jiu-jitsu, I'm very limited. I've done like bits in the past, but not enough to really. I wouldn't feel confident getting into a ring with somebody. Do you know what I mean? And all these guys sound like they knew what they were doing. And I'd heard before of people saying that sometimes these organizations they get their fighters from their gym in to basically fight against unknowns to try and pad their record to try and get them some experience. It was very clear they were part of the gym. They're like sparring each other before the training's even started and taking it really serious, doing all this stuff. The rest of us are all just looking like, well, obviously you're part of the gym if you feel comfortable enough to do what you're doing, because the rest of us are just looking like, what the fuck? There's a lot of testosterone in that room, and there's a lot of people kind of like waiting to gauge everyone else. Well, why are they fucking doing it? There was a guy as well who turned around to me and went, "Oh yeah, I did the last one. I did the last fight, the last Ultra MMA fight." And it's like, how? How are you allowed to be back then if you've got the experience? The trainer's trying to sell extra classes at a cost. Like, everything about this just seems not right. There should be a bunch of amateurs coming in, getting the free training for charity, and then you fight at the end. But instead, it feels like you're walking into like a lion's den where there's people who are already training, there's people doing all sorts of other shit, people who have done the ultra MMA before, and we're all just getting fucking thrown into a room. And if we're not making enough money, then we can't fight. Makes Maybe it's just me. Obviously, let me know in the comments if you think I'm a fucking prick here. But I'm pretty sure that this is shady. It's shady as fuck. I can't understand how anyone could think otherwise. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm in a positive mode. I'm gonna fight this year. I'm just gonna start posting about stuff that I enjoy. I might even do some stuff like I play like a lot of like UFC games and video games and stuff. Play a lot with my wee brother, so I might just start making videos about that sort of thing as well. Of course, if you've got any video ideas, like in terms of like you want to see any technique, or if you want me to talk about my life a little bit, day in the life, all that sort of shit, just let me know. And as always, if you do like the content, please like and subscribe to the channel, especially if you want to follow on with my journey and see what I'm getting up to. It'd be massively appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one, folks.